All right, so let's talk about this. So, Western Conference semifinals, the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets in Game 5. We're going to talk about this, but before we get into this video, please make sure you hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into this. So, the Minnesota Timberwolves took on the Denver Nuggets in Game 5 in Denver. And they ended up coming up short in that game. I think Mike Conley didn't play in Game 5. He's dealing with an Achilles injury, so that was definitely a huge loss for them because Mike Conley is the point guard on the team, and Mike Conley is able to set up the offense and get them easy shots and quality looks. And not having him out there, you could tell that the Minnesota Timberwolves definitely struggled, especially in the half court, trying to break down the defense and get quality looks out of it. But once again, we saw Nikola Jokic put on an absolute masterclass in game 5. He finished this game right here with, I think, 40 points, 13 rebounds. I mean, 13 assists and 7 rebounds on zero turnovers. So he had an absolute offensive masterclass. So this is probably one of the best offensive outputs I've seen so far in these playoffs. So a huge shout out to Nikola Jokic. He stepped up very huge for his team. He's still proving why he is indeed the MVP, and we have to give him all props and all credit. And Rudy Gobert couldn't really guard him; he couldn't really do anything with him. Rudy Gobert, when guarding Jokic, was 8 for 9. I mean, yeah, Jokic scored on almost every possession while being guarded by Rudy Gobert, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Now, I'm hearing people saying that Rudy Gobert does not deserve to be Defensive Player of the Year. He can't guard Jokic. He's always getting exposed in the playoffs. It's this, it's that. But the thing is, nobody can guard Nikola Jokic. 1-on-1, nobody can. When he gets you on that block, when he backs you down and shoots that little hook shot, or that turnaround hook shot or turnaround baby hook, there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, he hit he hit Rudy Gobert with the Hakeem Olajuwon dream shake, and I was like, that's tough. You can't really do anything about it. And with people saying that he doesn't deserve it, I'm like, yo, I saw another Defensive Player of the Year who had won 4 the time he won his last one in 2001, Dikembe Mutombo. And he couldn't really do anything with Shaq in the final. Shaq was bullying him. Shaq was going through his chest. Shaq was dunking all over him, and he couldn't really do anything about that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say Rudy Gobert does not deserve to be DPOY. He won it deservingly so. If you think otherwise, then you're entitled to your own opinion. But nobody could guard Jokic, and I think the Minnesota Timberwolves have to make this adjustment. They have to use Rudy as a safety. They have to get Rudy off of Nikola Jokic and use somebody else. I don't know if you're going to use Cat or somebody else. Rudy Gobert cannot be guarding Jokic, or else he's going to get baked every single time. And that's just the honest truth right here. So let's talk about the game. Now the Denver Nuggets came out and they made they made it a point that if they were going to lose this game right here, Anthony Edwards was not going to be the player to make them lose. If they were going to lose, somebody else was going to have to make shots in order to beat them. They were not they were not going to watch Anthony Edwards go for another 40 piece in this game. So every time he caught the ball, they were double teaming him off the catch. They were forcing him, they were blitzing him, sending doubles at him almost every single time he touched the ball. And you can't really trust Anthony Edwards to make the right pass every single time because his playmaking ability is not at the level of Nikola Jokic. I mean, if you double Jokic, he's thinking like when he plays, he's thinking like 3 or 4 moves ahead. So when you send the double team from this side, he knows that okay, that guy is open. So let me get it to that guy, and he'll whip a pass to the corner. Next thing you know, you're giving up an open shot. But Anthony Edwards is not he doesn't really have that playmaking ability. His court vision is not all that great. His decision making in terms of playmaking is not all that great. So Anthony Edwards was not able to make them pay for the Nuggets sending double teams at him almost every single time. So that really hurt them. And add that to the fact Jaden McDaniels was not able to make shots. Now Jaden McDaniels in this game, he had 9 points, 4 for 9 from the field, and he did miss a lot of threes. He was 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. If he had made some of his shots, we're probably having a different conversation. And on top of that, Nasri came off the bench. A shot to Nasri, but he was, in my opinion, I think he was atrocious in this game right here because he was fouling, and some of the fouls that he was picking up were just some dumb fouls. It's just dumb plays, low basketball IQ, and it's just plays like that. It's just fouls like that where you question the IQ of some of these players. And I was really really disappointed in them because you really needed him out there on the floor because Mike Conley was out. So with Mike Conley being out, Nickeil Alexander Walker was the starter, and shout out to him. He did his job. He hit some of his shots. He was efficient from the field, but you definitely needed the production from Nas Reed. And with him being in foul trouble, with him not being able to stay on the floor, that really hurt them in the long run. So hopefully he's better next game. Hopefully he doesn't commit the same dumb fouls that he committed in game 5. And hopefully the Timberwolves can win. Um, hopefully the Timberwolves can, win game 6 and take it to 7. But I mean, me personally, I still have the Denver Nuggets winning this. I still have them winning this series. I have them winning whether 6 or 7. I still have the Nuggets winning, and I don't think that my pick is going to change. I mean, even when they were down 0-2, I didn't change my pick. But the Nuggets also they had some production from other players. Aaron Gordon was, he was himself. He gave you a double double, 18 points and 10 rebounds. He was pretty much efficient from the field as well. And in those non-Jokic minutes, when he plays a small ball center, he's able to hold his own. And I think he took like 2 or 3 charges in a row. I think something like that, where he was drawing charges, especially in that second quarter. And I couldn't even believe that the Timberwolves would have 3 straight empty possessions in a row. And you got to give Aaron Gordon a lot of credit because he stepped in. He put his body on the line to take a charge on Karl Anthony Towns. He stepped in to take a charge on Rudy Gobert. So he's sacrificing his body. He's doing everything possible to help the Denver Nuggets win. So you got to give him credit. Michael Porter Jr. did hit a couple shots in this game right here. Um, and KCP was also huge for the Denver Nuggets. He has really been a little bit quiet in this series, but in this game right here, I think he did hit a lot of open shots. He hit a lot of open shots. He was getting a lot of open shots because the Timberwolves sometimes double teamed Jokic, and when you double team Jokic, you know you're going to be in trouble. You have to rotate properly. If you don't, he's definitely going to find that open man, and that open shooter is going to make you pay. And last night, KCP made them pay. Christian Braun made them pay. Reggie Jackson made them pay. And Michael Porter Jr. also made them pay a couple times. Not a lot, but I mean, the shots that he hit, he definitely made the Timberwolves pay for double teaming. And the Timberwolves have to make an adjustment. And the adjustment that they have to make is one, Rudy Gobert cannot be guarding Jokic. If he guards Jokic again in game 6, they would definitely lose that game and they would get sent home in 6 games. But I think they should definitely change that defensive coverage and try something else. I don't know what they should try, but that coverage with Gobert on Jokic is clearly not working. So that's one. And number two, I don't know if Mike Conley is going to be available to play, which I mean it's 50-50 at this point. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but if he plays, I can expect the Timberwolves. I can expect their offense being a little bit better because once Anthony Edwards is getting double teamed and they're blitzing him almost on the catch, you definitely need somebody who can create his own shot or create shot for others and swing to make somebody pay and find the open man. So hopefully he plays. If he doesn't, the Nuggets are definitely going to double team Anthony Edwards again. They're going to blitz him again because it was successful in game 5 and there's no way they're going to go away from it. So hopefully he plays and hopefully they get more production out of their guys on the floor. And I hope that's the last thing I'm gonna say. I hope the Minnesota Timberwolves, I hope they win game 6 and go to game 7 because if they lose in game 6, it's gonna be really, really terrible, especially for Anthony Edwards. Because we all heard the hype. We heard the talk, he's Michael Jordan, the second coming of MJ, and this and that. But if he loses 4 straight, what people were doing to Devin Booker back in 2022, that's going to be the same thing people do to Anthony Edwards this offseason. He might not even be in the top 15 discussions. I mean, every season before the season starts, we see a list. ESPN drops their list, media outlets drop their list, top 100 players. He might not even be top 15 if he loses in 4 and has a performance like he did last night. Because last night he was 5 for 15 or something like that. So hopefully they win. Hopefully he has a pretty good game, and they take this series to 7. And those are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, you can leave your thoughts right down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.